Hello, friends. So, a lot is happening these days. What we have observed recently is the major tank of the Sensex in India with the advent of fears from coronavirus, the disruption of the global value chain, among others. Now, in parallel to that, we have seen the fiasco of the bank, Yes Bank, which has been lingering since long and now at the worst edge in a way when the chief is being questioned by the ED, the family is being stopped from running out of the country. Now, in this context, uh, we see the depositors and especially the state governments are withdrawing money from the private sector banks because they no more trust banks uh, because of the what we have seen the Yes Bank fiasco. However, and on these lines, we have seen how the government of Maharashtra has pulled out its money and closed its account from the Axis Bank. Now that shows, and other governments are contemplating the same. So that shows the lack of trust on these private banks. And if we realized and we were moving towards more and more privatization in terms of strengthening the financial system of the country, and that move is sharply being reversed by this fear of instability of these private banks. In this context, RBI is ensuring that please don't pull out money from the private banks. We will ensure that the depositors' money are safe. And that is, and they have been working on maintaining the financial stability by reducing these fears among the state governments and other depositors to maintain the stability of the Indian financial system because we need strong banks, we need strong private banks for the financial stability of the country. And what we observe that money is being pulled out, so that will destabilize and nothing else. And we are well aware of the fact that state banks are not that efficient time and again as it has been seen in the 20th century, and that has a lot of demerit to dominate if they again dominate the banking system. So overall, RBI is ensuring things to improve. They now we see how SBI is roped in to invest uh, near about 7,000 crore in Yes Bank, taking the equity stake under RBI under SBI to 49%, and that is bringing stability in the Yes Bank. Parallel to that, the moratorium of depositors pulling out less than 50,000 rupees from their Yes Bank accounts, these things are trying to bring in stability within the private bank, Yes Bank. And similar efforts will definitely be there and funds will be safeguarded. So that is something what the RBI wants to portray, that trust the system. Yes, there are a lot of threats of global slowdown, coronavirus hitting the global value chain, hitting the trade, lack of trust with the US and China, trade war, India not being a favored nation anymore, so there's no good deal with the United States or other parts of the country. And the changing environmental norms is making it difficult for the auto industry to survive, and consumer demand and perception is all falling down. So, in this widely negative economic environment, it is important to instill confidence in our financial system and strengthen it so that more and more activities, economic activities, can be engineered. And banks are the place where which can finance the economic activities by giving loans and all. And in that context, we have seen how RBI has, on the lines of Fed Bank, started thinking of ways to monetary ease the economy and quantitatively bring more money in the market so that interest loans are at a cheaper rate and more economic activity, more consumer demand is raised and more economic activity happens. So there is a fight against all these negative things, and we need to trust the system and increase the momentum in one direction. Thank you.